What's up, gang gang? Y'all are my first ones. What's up, Aries? So I'm Aries moon. So every time I do my Aries reading, I always shout y'all out saying that, girl, okay, we're gonna sit for a moment. I always shout my Aries out. Now, Aries, because I'm an Aries moon, every time y'all even think about clicking on these videos, because I'm an Aquarius sun, Aries moon, there's gonna be tension, okay? You have to realize that approaching me as an Aries sun, you're gonna get what? A Mars reading. Okay, right. You are ready to fuck me up, period. That's what you're supposed to be with me. Okay, anytime I'm around an Aries, you have to use your Mars quality because I'm an Aries moon. Okay, if you don't go to your Mars quality around me, you will wind up pretty much already dead. Mars gives you a fighting chance what Aquarius is, but again, y'all probably will wind up dead. That's just how everybody is in the atmosphere. These cards are to help soothe, not to save you. Okay, I'm not your savior. Okay, I'm not doing this work to save you. I'm just gonna say that. I'm a doctor. We don't have bedside manner. We just don't. So, but if you need some self-care and some stress relief, I would look into this. These are awesome decks. Basically, like, you know, Aries is the war god. We're at war. There's plenty of shit for y'all to do. You know, even saying self-care is a war for you all because you're probably having to battle parents right now because for some reasons we got cursed on this world. All millennials have been cursed by baby boomers. So you know how when you have the one person at school or whatever and they pick favorites, that's what baby boomers are doing right now. They're picking favorites. And you can't do that as an older person, as somebody who's supposed to be authoritative. It's okay. The other generation, Generation X, is actually stepping up. And millennials actually like Generation X because it's no fuss, no muss. You don't have to worry about anything. They get in, they do what they supposed to say. They give you an opportunity to say what you got to say, and then they cut it. No problem there. You know, with baby boomers, other generations, they're slow because they're Taurus and they want everything their way. But this is the age of Aquarius. You know, no Taurus, no Oshun can deal with Shango. Aquarius in the building. Nobody can outdo Aquarius. We can do Eshu and Shango, but we live with Eshu. That's our leader because you're Saturn. And you know, Capricorn is more Legba, more feminine. Legba's more feminine. I'll say it. And at least in the modern world, I like to call it that way. But Atlanteans are in the building as well. Sand dollars, you know, you got sand dollars and fire jams. They're like, ooh, don't say those together. But that's the new war right now. Fire jams and sand dollars. If you don't know what sand dollars are, Google. You know, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just playing. It's Atlantis world. Y'all should be Googling. Google should be y'all best. No one needs a new friend. They need to use Google. Y'all need to start using Google more. And I'm gonna start doing that on the channel because y'all have a lot of questions, and y'all could save a lot of human interaction if you just would Google the shit and figure it out for yourself. You know, and I even got to the point where if you're not able to have children, you know, abortions, blah, blah, blah. I'm a medicine person. I'm a holistic healer. So I'm not gonna even spend time dealing with legality because I know it's supercilious. Dealing with holistic health, you understand there's natural ways to give yourself abortions that don't involve high pharmaceuticals and dealing with your body and all of that. No, there's natural ways to deal with an abortion that you can do for free at your local fucking grocery store, girl. Get into the medicines. Ask the old ladies. They might not tell you because they trying to kill y'all. But bitch, they know how to do an abortion. You can go to the damn dollar store and do an abortion these days. So y'all need to figure this shit out. Yeah, y'all need to figure this shit out. If you got all, my other thing is, this is anarchy. So if you have money, you will wind up dying because this is anarchy. So just so we're clear, there is no form of government. We do not have a form of governance right now. Biden is senile, Kamala is on crack, and the rest of them is just gone. So we don't have a form of government right now. So good luck with that. Biden is senile, boots. You can even, all his cabinet members have said he's definitely not competent. Everybody in his cabinet, all of they say he's not cognizant. He's just not cognizant at all. So that's y'all reading Aries. Biden is senile, Kamala on crack, and we don't have a form of governance. So anarchy A for you all. Aries, Mars, y'all are very anarchist these days, which is a good thing. I would do more of the anarchist than this forms of governance. Now, because I'm an Aquarius, I will tell you, as an Aries, your best suit is to be an anarchist. The second Aries, you try to be formal, you try to be Saturnian, you're dead. Okay, Aries, that's your lesson, is actually to stay away from governmental powers and representatives and such that be. Okay, so getting into it. It's something about getting home, but bitch, we're not going to get into getting home right now because that's going to bring up some dystopia, because that's not really queer. What is home? Queer is not home. So I'll cut through, harm reduction. I am still a counselor. I'm still a social worker. I am still a holistic healer. I am still a community advocate. I'm still a psychic. I'm still an attuned, clairaudient, clairvoyant, mutant, Clara, etc. I'm all of the Clarence. Clara, all of them. Okay, all Claras. Okay, fuck you, me. And it's a real thing. People have studied this stuff. If you have all of those abilities and you're trying to work shit out, it can get complicated quickly. So Aries, that also goes for you, because y'all get natural gifts just working with people. When you work with a large amount of people for so long, you actually gain gifts spiritually, because you're having to deal with clientele. Imagine like working with like a spiritual hand sanitizer. Every time you engage with someone, there's energetic energy. So just by you practicing daily care, self-care, you've actually created kind of like a spiritual hand sanitizer for yourself, where you're able to condition your mind, body, spirit by washing your hands. That's something only an Aries can understand, through due diligence, but really just through working every day, through not even really working, but just dealing with large amounts of people, because they're fire signs. That's what fire signs do well. They know how to deal with large amounts of people like that. It's nothing to them. So when an Aquarius, an air sign, or anything that's not fire brings something to them individually, it kind of kills them, because it's like, bitch, but I deal with large amounts of people every damn day. So how can you sit here in my face crying about this one person, or you, as an individual, when I got X amount of people over here? I done went through this X amount of things with this amount of people X amount of times. You know what I'm saying? And so it's more about a numbers game with them. So fire sign, you also might be getting a numbers game. That is definitely coming in for you all as well. Some numbers. Y'all are not good with numbers. That is y'all. That is honestly because of Virgo energy, and I'm an Aries whose soulmate is a Virgo. So I understand that relationship as well. I've done actually previously a marriage, and I would say children, of a Aries and Virgo relationship. So I'm not privy to what's going on between the Aries and Virgo energies. It's just that because of how Virgo likes to allow Aries to sort of prowl, Virgos in themselves already are aware of those special gifts Aries gets dealing with large amounts of people. Okay, so like I said earlier, Aries, the second you all try to go formal, the second you try to go governmental, you felt that die, right? So you have to remember, even dealing with Virgos, which is in your reading a lot, so there's some marriage opportunities here. You have to remember, even though Virgos are so beautiful, they're actually non-verbal, and Aries is actually a verbal sign, so there's that problem. Okay, as an Aries moon who's been contracted, we'll say, who I fucking hates Virgo. You know what I mean? Like who is, you know, contracted to a Virgo in a very intimate way, shall we say? I'm trying to figure out synonyms for that, girl. Okay, line. That type of situation. Leos are the ones I don't like, but Virgos is the one we work right. So with Virgo, you know, they kind of like, they the showrunner type of situation. Virgos and Aries, Virgo, they don't like Aries' ability to get in the front of their show. You didn't know that, Aries. You didn't know that, Aries. I know. You thought Virgo was coy. You thought Virgo was, you know, in the shadows. No, you're in the shadows, dumbass. You're fucking stupid, Aries. And I will tell you that. You're dumb as hell. Aries, you're literally the stupidest sign in the zodiac. You're literally the child of the zodiac. This is what kills every Aries. Every time I meet an Aries, they think they smart. Aries, you are the dumbest sign in the zodiac. Just play that role. Play the fool. Play stupid. Play childlike. Because the second you try to grow up, the second you try to be governmental or authoritative, or you're dead. Because your money, your entertainment, your contract with Virgo is actually in entertainment purposes only. So you all need to figure that out. Aries, why do y'all keep trying to do other people's jobs? Aries, stop trying to do their job, Aries. That's not your job, Aries. Your job is to do your stuff. All right, so we're gonna shuffle some more, and I'm already at 12, so we're gonna go ahead and get to some more cards. Aries, also what I want to say to you really quickly is it's okay to take a long time. You don't realize how beat up you are, Aries, because you're dealing with large amounts of people. You need to figure out how to go on what we call these self-care retreats, where like listen, Aries, this is my thing for you. You get with a group of like-minded people. Let's say y'all all dealt with a man who beat y'all ass. Y'all all like to do video games. Y'all all playful as hell. Y'all all some damn bullies. Y'all all stupid as fuck. Just something that y'all all have in common. Y'all all hate the environment. Something that y'all all just have all in common. Y'all are what we call like-minded individuals. Y'all don't have to be in the same age, because you might need some age variation. You don't have to be in the same age group with Aries, because they're children anyway. They're not mature in the head regardless of what age they are. So they could be 60, they could be 15, they could be 35. They all gonna be 4. You know what I mean? So it won't matter anyway. The goal, Aries, for you all, though, is to be around like-minded individuals and go on what they call a self-care retreat. Okay? What I mean by that is, Aries, your problem, Aries, even before I pull this card, I already know what it's finna say. Before I even pull this card, Aries, your problem is not knowing how to care for yourself with others. Because you're able to care. Aries is the self-care sign. So you'll do some shit and be like, oh, this don't feel good. You'll do some more shit and that's self-care. You know what I mean? Because children are the best at self-care. They know that just intuitively. That's one of your gifts. You know what I mean? However, because you are so good at self-care, you're able to do it sort of while doing other things. And that's actually not healthy, okay? It's not sustainable. You want to make sure you're intentionally healing. You're intentionally saying, this is the space I'm going to do this type of work in. Shadow work, Pluto work, Mars work, moon work, sun work. You know, just something intentional. Something, you don't have to even meet the objective. The goal is that hopefully you will meet the objective, but the Virgo's helping you out. You know, married to your dumb ass or whatever, girl. But also that you do try to like at least just have an objective, okay? You want to, Aries, get what we call executive. You want to think more of objectability, Aries, okay? So what I want to say, this is like your whole soul goal, not today, tomorrow. This is your soul's contract. I'm an Ori worker. I deal with issues, so I'm dealing with your soul I don't care about your flesh body. I could care less. When your spirit sat with Obatala and Olodumare and y'all was like, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm gonna do it, that's what I care about. What is on that piece of paper though? You talking all that mess, you doing all this ashe, y'all doing all this Yoruba dumbass sex work and shit, but on your paper it says that you a typist. So why you not typing? That's my energy. I'm the devil. You know what I mean? I'm not finna sit here and be like, oh, you're special needs, you have an IEP, I feel bad for you. No, I'm not gonna eat your ass and fuck you like that. I'm gonna say, this is an education opportunity. I'm an educator, and you need to do what you're supposed to do in this model. If you're a black man, if you have a flesh body with a big dick, or you have some bodily problems because you're a black person, or you're a white person, or you're Latino, you just have some body problems, you need to get with a surgeon. None of this shit is okay, and it's definitely not acceptable. This is stuff that will get you killed, and I've already put in for y'all funerals. So when I start sweating, you're dead. Does that make sense? Organically. Yeah, okay. We'll get to that later because that was a lot for somebody. The point is, Aries, you're not able to care for yourself in an intentional way because you get sucked in, you get vacuumed, you get distracted easily. I'm just going to say it, Aries. You're not actually able to care for yourself in a we call it routine way. Okay, you want to establish routine care. Okay, and if you haven't worked with a Virgo in a professional setting, Aries, I would highly suggest you do that just so you can experience what Virgos are like at work, which is a whole nother situation than they are with you when they are with you. Okay, anyway, and the person that you're working with should probably not be the person you're dating. So think about that, Aries. That was a jumper there, wasn't it? But you don't want it. The Virgo that you're working with, that you're trying to experiment on, or you're just, experimenting with, that's the one you work with. That's your what we call co-worker. You don't fucking marry your co-worker, okay? That's not appropriate. It will drive you crazy, okay? You want to kill yourself, okay? Because you're not supposed to do those type of things. That's why we have law and structure in this society. All right. Aries, you need to get with like-minded people and go on a self-care, I guess it would be self-care, but it's called a self-care retreat where all, not old ladies, but all the like-minded people, and they've done this I've had gay boys do this too, where they go on different cruises and stuff like that. Basically you just get with a group of people, you know what I'm saying? And, try to come up with the money, whatever, the money stress, money stress. But whatever. So you finally get to the place, or you make an intention, okay? I actually think you should give people money for that stuff, but we'll get to that in a moment because it's all therapeutic for you. You see what I'm saying? You're paying your therapist. That's all you're doing. Which you do pay for therapy in this modern world, just saying. Because y'all baby boomers don't get it, so whatever. So you're making intentions with other people to actually heal, not even as a group. It's not like, it's not girls trip where you're like, oh, I'm with my girls, we're all in the same age group, we're all gonna go get away from. No, this is not a girls trip. This is like, we're all individuals with our individual problems that we kind of know each other, we kind of don't know each other. Regardless, we're in this, we all knit, we all do tarot, we all work for this person, we all do this, we all like this, we all want to go see this, we all want to go tour there. So you have that group of like-minded people, then you all work individually on your own self-care. So that Aries, that is my blessing, that's my gift, that's my, Asheo. That's the Adashe, that is my, Adashe to you all, because it's not that you have to be like girls trip where it's four people, they do stuff together, they going around. No. I'm just simply an individual who likes art, and I'm going to go care for myself in this way around other individuals who are like-minded, who also don't want to do girls trip, but want to do stuff individually, just in a more, similar bracket. Let's say we all took the bus together. We all hoteling at the same spot. We all, camping out on this ground. We all working with this Ori. We all working with this Orisha. We all doing this stuff for this particular elder or community member. You know what I mean? Hashtag Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? Black women. You know what I mean? So you might want to get around black, like for example, I'm a black mama. I'm going to get around some black other mamas, not to be with black mamas, but to just heal myself around other mothers healing themselves. You see what I'm saying? So that I don't have to be in a environment that's not conditioned to self-care. You see what I'm saying? That's the goal, Aries. That's a lot of science, right? It's psychological. Because what happens if you do the girls trip, that's when all the shit you just shitting on each other. But when you're doing it individually, it's more like a timeshare, where you get to go, you make an intention, you say, I'm going to go visit the art museum today. I'm just going to go out for a quick coffee, quick, baguette, and I'm going to go view some art. You're by yourself. You go view the art, you go get your baguette, you do your Instagram, you do your posting, you may get you a little situation on the side, do a little bit of fun stuff, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you've done all that stuff for you, you're by yourself, then you go back to your hotel. Oh, hey, there's the other girls. Or there's just one other person, they're just off to the side, they're working on some homework, and you're just walking in from, having a little fun. Touring the latest the local attractions. You come in and you see your little friend over there, or like not even friend, not even associate. You don't even know the girl, but she's just sitting over there doing her little thing. You think to yourself, okay, and that moment of intention is healing. It's just you don't even know this person, but you just see them and there's familiarity. You good. You know what I mean? And you just go upstairs and you have a nice nap because you just know that you're good. Everybody's intentionally healing. You're not here with the girls you grew up with. And they all, oh, well, I got this problem at home and I got this and my man doing this and he a girl and I had to do all of this stuff to him and I had to fuck him like this and this and this. You don't have to do all of that with them. See, with the other girls, you can just be you. So this is spirit. This is as YouTube. And honestly, all this stuff is scripted from YouTube. The reason why on YouTube you hear the tarot readers saying the same, it's not because it's what we call scripted. It's scripted. And it's to protect our union of like-minded psychic in-tunes. In-tunes, psychics, tarot, we know each other. We could even be in the same zip code and know each other. So, that's why you'll hear tarot readers, oh, this person tried to get work on you and they didn't know you was a tarot reader, or they didn't know, because you can't do that. And anybody, you can't, the reader will know, oh, you trying to do work on, well, they're gonna rob you because they know they can't, even if they wanted, they can't. It's a union. You can't. That's like you taking your dry cleaning to a new dry cleaner. But I know you normally get your clothes dry cleaned over here because they still got the chemicals on. Come on now, and it smelled like her. And I sniffed. That's Jill, but we'll get to that later. She's an Aries. That's hashtag Jill Scott. And I sniffed. She had a poem, right? And it was this poem about her dating this dude, and he had this perfume or whatever, girl. He had this like cologne or whatever, girl. And he would spray this cologne, and so they had just gotten done or whatever. And she's kind of had the smell of the cologne still on her. And so Jill goes, and I sniffed. She's at the grocery store, and I sniffed, and the cashier looked at me, and she goes, Raheem, right? And Jill goes, right. So, all because of the dude wore his cologne. He only had one cologne he wore, and all the bitches knew the scent. That's the type of shit you're working with, Aries. So think about that. Everybody know that motherfucking scent. So I'm good. My man got a big, he just dicked me down. You ain't nothing but a to-do list, girl. Check. Anyway, and I had just shared this on my personal page. I'm trying to get it all separated. But the lily pad. If Aries, if you haven't seen Princess and the Frog, Aries, I would highly suggest you watch Princess and the Frog. Aries, it's a lot of hoodoo voodoo, a lot of shit going on with lily pads. Not even frogs, lily pads, but also the froggies. If you don't know about frog legs, if you're not from the deep south, if you don't know about amphibians and frogs and gators and shit like that, you want to do your research because this is worth it. This is worth it. In the American media conversation, if you don't know anything about a gator, Gatorade, sports, you should probably figure that out. Anyway, Gatorade, hashtag Gator. I think he's from Florida, the Gatorade dude, but electrolytes and the sports dudes. So the lily pad is kind of like a Gatorade. You might need a Gatorade right now. The Oasis is another way of saying the lily pad. So lily pad, it's a natural eco environment. And the thing that people don't know about lily pads is that they grow underwater. They are a plant that actually grows like a sea coral. It grows underwater and has a ecosystem or a biome similar to that of a actual coral. Okay, so we like to consider lily pads fresh water coral. Okay, again, another way of calling lily pads is saying that they're fresh water coral. And if you don't know anything about Laffy Taffies, seawater ecosystems and stuff like that, you want to know the difference. What the difference between bodies of water, salt, Dead Sea, it's therapeutic. Getting around bodies of water is de-atomizing. Okay, I just fucked that word up. Well, there's some chemistry. Obviously, I'm dyslexic and cannot pronounce words. Obviously, I'm not a singer. So there's the Virgo. But it de-atomizes. So basically, your body has like its own pH level. And going around large bodies of water, this is especially for my bipolar types, going around large bodies of water actually help bring your pH up. So you might have cancer, you might have eaten something, you might have just been around energy that was like, toxic, harmful, or whatever. So you go around a large, if you go around a large body of, these are the Virgos, messing my reading up. Go around a large body of water, okay, you will be feeling better because it I can't pronounce that word, but it's basically like an ion and it takes that motherfucker from you. So it takes ionize. I can't pronounce right now. So obviously there's heavy Oshun, Yorubas in the building. They're sticking to shit. So if you ever needed a surgery, if you ever had a lipoma, if you ever had an acne bump, all from the Yoruba clan. Okay, and we have a lot of business with them right now. So Virgos, Yoruba Oshun, keep it going because I really want to watch you die. All right. Lily pad, why would you stick to the devil? I mean, you don't have a mom or something? I don't know. Anyway, the lily pad, objective. I even watched the German version and they made fun of it. So anyway, the lily pad, objective. Riding the waves of life. Pretend you are a tiny frog sitting on a lily pad on a beautiful lake. So you go around a beautiful lake to help you feel atomizer. Damn, that's a hard word. I'm a little retarded. So, girl, y'all gonna have to take it. But basically, that's what they're trying to say. Notice how graceful, smooth, blah, 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 blah. I'm still mad about these damn Virgos. So, it's an Oshun in the building. It's an Oshun, but she's Yoruba. So, take a moment to listen. Even the ones who you got money and you dealing with dumbasses. So, that's just sad. That's just sad. You're supposed to be Yoruba. That's just sad. Take a moment to listen to the sounds of water and the sounds of the birds singing. Float for a while. Tune into the world. Use this metaphor whenever you need to ride the waves of life. So again, ride the waves of life. That's for my bipolar people. If you have like a Leo and an Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpio, Aries and Libra, Virgo and Pisces, Sag and Gemini, you be under the bipolar spectrum just because astrologically speaking, you have like two solar opposite energies, you know, combating. All right, well, let's just get into it, girl, because the Yoruba bitches came all up in here. I'm gonna cut it there.